Okay, so part 2 of the case. Here we go.
Well, then we now continue with the trial of Espella Cantabella.
Oh, Lord, these. Now, this is the new witness. Oh, boy. A group of witnesses huddling up before a joint testimony in a witch trial. You can't make this stuff up.
Inquisitor Barnum, if I may ask you a question?
Yes, my lord.
We now have 5 witnesses on the stand, so I must ask. Why was this obnoxious-looking man left out of your initial group of witnesses?
He was too drunk to testify. Baldy's right, Barnum. That's just cold-blooded. There's but one reason, my lord. I did not know this witness even existed. Eh? You, sir, failed to come forward. When we were asking for witnesses for this very trial, you were nowhere to be seen. That's cause I didn't hear a peep about it. I ain't usually right around at night, except for maybe at Rope's Tavern. So, you're basically telling us that you were up all night drinking. Huh, anyway, it's all water under the bridge now as far as I'm concerned. Just leave the rest to yours truly. Ha 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 ha!
During the last interrogation, the defender brought forth some surprising proof, namely that there was a possibility the accused could have used magic. I've never heard such a claim. It must be the doing of this logic.
What rubbish? Logic, you say? I ain't got a clue what that is. But I do know what this bread-baking baker ought to head back to the bakery. Eloquently said. Oi, Gramps, give me and me partners over here a chance to speak. You want to know what this witch managed to be holding to scepter, don't you?
Oh, when you say Gramps, you'd mean me, wouldn't you?
I fail to see anyone else reading such a description. Well, we'll show you she's a witch.
Albert Snow's beautiful white coat on it. On guard!
Oh my god. Alright, team, let's do this. Witnesses? Ho!
Well, yes, let's proceed with the testimonies.
Why do I feel like I've totally lost control of this situation? Oh boy. It's clear as day. Espella is a witch. We are not backing down on this. When she dropped the lantern, the scepter was not yet in her hands.
The scepter must have been hidden by magic and carried on her back. The rogues grabbed her by the hand and held the lantern, so she must have had another way of holding that scepter.
That's easy. The girl just put the bucket down on the ground and picked up the witch's magic stick.
So she had the witch's scepter behind her back. She then dropped the lantern and reached for the scepter after it fell. If that is the case, then it must have been possible for the accused to have used magic. Wobble, wobble, wobble.
This is bad. Thanks to this guy, now all the witnesses seem extra determined to pin this thing on Espella. They each harbor a shared anger towards witches and magic. Such is the cause of their strong desire to see a guilty verdict passed as quickly as possible. However, such confidence is undoubtedly bound to cloud their better judgment in thinking. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think these guys mean any real harm, but they're all riled up, and they don't even realize how distorted their idea of what happened tonight has become. At least that's how it seems. This isn't good, Professor. The witnesses aren't thinking straight. They're completely blind to the truth.
Sir Baker? Rather, Sir Wright.
Yes?
You do not appear to be a mere simple baker. That much is clear. On the other hand, you are no ordinary defender either.
Never before has a defender managed to clash and do battle with me here on this battlefield as an equal. Sir Blue Knight, this trial has not yet been decided. If there's any doubt in your interrogation, I will not hesitate to strike your case down where it stands. I understand.
Defender, please begin your interrogation.
Here we go. Alright. Not backing down.
Hold it!
Not backing down, you say? Oh, that's right. Ispella's a witch. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. This is a courtroom, Miss Kira. We're not interested in your story. We're interested in the truth. You know what I think? I think stories have the power to touch our lives in really meaningful ways. What do you mean? Last year, I read a book about a flower girl who brought peace to the world with all the pretty flowers she sold. Because of that story, now I tell myself, Kira, one day you'll fill the world with beautiful flowers of your own. That story inspires me to sell more flowers. It's pretty much the same as this trial.
What a very touching story.
Indeed, I have heard nary a truer tale. Wouldn't you agree, Sir Blue Knight? Maybe it's just me, but I'd have preferred something a little more relevant.
I'm afraid our logic may do us no good here. Let's move on to the next witness, shall we?
When she dropped the lantern, the scepter was not yet in her hands.
Hold it!
No matter how many times we ask, you still say you didn't see the scepter, huh, Gramps? I ask you, youngling, were you paying attention to this trial? Yes. Well then, magic made the scepter invisible, did it not? Thus, my old age clouding up my vision has nothing to do with anything. The scepter actually vanished. No, what I'm saying is, if it really was invisible, you wouldn't be able to actually prove it. Not so, young one. We can prove it. The girl is a witch. There's your proof. So, my old age clouding up my memories has nothing to do with anything. The scepter magically vanished, you see? Okay, we get it.
When the lantern fell, you claimed the scepter was still not in her hand yet, so that means... the scepter must have been hidden by magic and carried on her back.
Hold it!
The witch's scepter was behind her back.
Well, it's like my little snowflake here. Whenever my darling gets too heavy, I hoist him up and carry him on my back.
You mean your baby goat, right?
Yes, there's the cute little goat in this entire courtroom, right, Precious?
I know it's been asked already, but you didn't see the witch's scepter, did you?
Well, no, but it must have been made invisible by magic and then put on her back. You know, Snowy is still such a tiny little thing. I put him on my back, you can hardly see him.
I hardly see the point of that comment.
So the accused grabbed the witch's scepter after the lantern fell.
The rogues grabbed her by the hand and held the lantern, so she must have had another way of holding that scepter. Alright, let's push his.
Hold it!
She put the milk bucket down? That's right, begging if she did that, she'd have no problem holding on that thing. Holding on that thing, sorry. But none of the other witnesses have said anything about seeing her put the bucket on the ground. Ah, but no one said a thing about not seeing her put the bucket down either, right? Aha! She said something.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Kira? Huh? Yes? What is it? Tell me, what do you think of this witness's testimony just now? The accused placed the bucket on the ground. No one has said anything about that until now. Why, you're right. How odd. Everyone must have simply forgotten, myself included. Huh? But, yeah. Isabella definitely did put that milk bucket down. That way she was able to easily grab her scepter and use magic. Easy peasy, right? The nerve, Nick. Looks like she's trying to peg Isabella as a witch every chance she gets.